One of the many advantages of coming to Luther College is that I believe Luther faculty and the opportunities that students have inspires curiosity and wonder. And student-faculty research is one of the ways in which I believe a college can help students to become lifelong learners. And by having the opportunity to work with faculty, I believe that that is perhaps one of the best ways in which students can be mentored in their undergraduate experience.
This summer I was in Puerto Rico doing research through an RIU program through the University of Puerto Rico. It was in El Yunque rainforest, and it was through the National Science Foundation. And with the help of Luther faculty, I put together what I was wanting out of my summer experience. It gave me a lot of insight, and it helped me pull together a lot of what I've learned at Luther. The greatest reward I received from all this was probably just the feeling that I'm producing something for the scientific community.
2 summers ago, I had the chance to do faculty-student collaborative research here. I was interested in human performance, specifically with runners and runners who are training at a high level. We looked at the effects of a commercial supplement. We got the help of a company named First Endurance. They sent us a bunch of their product to test out. We had 12 very kind volunteers from the Luther College cross-country team. We hooked them all up to the metabolic cart, and each time they got hooked up to the treadmill, and during the testing what we'd do is we'd put them on a protocol, run them to exhaustion, and while doing so we'd finger prick them, test their blood for blood lactate, and test their VO2 max and their lactate threshold. Those were kind of our 3 key variables that we were looking at over the course of the study. And that research experience led me to the next summer. I was able to go down to the University of Arizona in Tucson for an REU research experience for undergraduates. The program was funded by the NSF. Research as an undergraduate, especially for someone coming from a place like Luther College, is critical for getting that step ahead when you're going to grad school, when you're looking for jobs in the research area, because without that, you're competing on a playing field that's tipped away from you. It's not in your favor.
Undergraduate research really builds upon what students are learning in the classroom. The opportunity to apply what they've had in the classroom or what they've read in their textbooks, in the laboratory, out in the field, I think brings full circle the experience that students have as an undergraduate.
Research experience for undergraduates is a type of program set up by the National Science Foundation for students from different undergraduate institutions to have an exposure to research at a larger facility. And I was able to go to University of Massachusetts in Amherst and the University of Iowa the last 2 summers to do research experience. I did chemical engineering, and I was looking for ways to convert biomass into ethanol for production for fuels. And at the University of Iowa, I studied immunology, and I was working on a respiratory syncytial virus, which is a virus that infects infants as soon as they're born. And we were working on ways to test the body's response and sort of characterize the course of the disease. Students are really encouraged to pursue research experiences either at Luther or outside of Luther so they can complete their education and get a real appreciation for what their field will involve in their eventual career.
We ask our students who are involved in research, whether it be in a class or with a professor outside of class, to present the results of their work. As part of that, Luther has funding to send students to conferences. And each year we send about 100 students to a wide variety of conferences across the country. And they're either presenting a poster or giving a talk about their work. They're describing the question that they were asking and telling people how they tried to answer that question, and then discussing the results they had, and talking to students when they return from those conferences. You find that many of them have learned a great deal about themselves. They've met new people and gotten to listen to other people presenting their research, and generally they're very excited about how the process kind of comes to a culmination, and this just gets them more engaged in this process of asking questions and trying to find answers.